Welcome to In Our Neighborhoods. On this episode, we take you on a version of A Christmas Carol. We will show you highlights of Christmas past, then you're in for a treat with a Christmas present. And it wouldn't be complete without a little story about what's yet to come. So sit back and enjoy.
In Sun City, there's always a generous spirit, and at holiday time, it really shows.
That's right, Georgia. We're here in Alexandria Village, where the neighbors have manifested their tradition for the past 10 years.
Here with me is Joan Wan. I guess you're our major elf today.
Well, I am the chairman of this project, but as you can see by the people here, it's really a village project. Everybody gets involved, and they're so enthusiastic about it.
Let's talk. Tell us about the Santa for Seniors project that you've started.
Well, it started when we first moved here. I was asked to be on the social committee, and I made the suggestion that we do our Christmas giving to other seniors that were not as fortunate as we are.
I don't usually get a chance to be on a sleigh ride, but today, as close to a sleigh as we have, we've got Matt Olensky and his beautiful truck. Matt, how do you feel about being Santa today, delivering all these presents?
It's a good thing to do, and it's a good thing to get gifts over to people that are, can't get out on their own. So I'm willing to do it.
Do you think they'll be able to come out and see all these beautiful yours and Bill's truck today?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Okay, how did you get involved in this?
My wife's in a group that plays a game, and one of the ladies that ran it asked her that if I'd be willing to volunteer my truck, and I said sure.
Well, you are loaded down. You are loaded down.
Yeah.
And enjoy the day. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for letting us share in it.
Sure, no problem.
Yes.
How did you get involved in doing this today?
Well, we live in Alexandria Village, and the Wands coordinated all the gifts, and we're just happy to be able to help to bring them to people that aren't quite as lucky to live in Sun City as we are.
I think it's a great effort. Thank you so much for doing this.
You're welcome.
From Alexandria Village. This is Janet and Dave Jacoby's home, and they're going to host this celebratory party this evening. Hello, Janet and Dave.
Hello.
Well, they say it takes a village. Now, what has made you decide to have this party in your home this evening?
I and David decided to host it because the other years, all the other houses on St. Andrews Lane have been hosted for by our wonderful neighbors. And since so many people do live far away from their families at Christmas, it's a nice time to get together with St. Andrews, who is like a family. So this is one of the reasons I decided to host, because that's what Christmas is all about.
Janet decorates the inside of the house. She likes to do it, and I take care of the outside. So we have our territories. I don't mess with her inside, and she don't mess with my outside.
Thank you, gentlemen, for speaking with me this evening. Well, can you tell me how and how long this tradition has been going on?
Yes, this is the 20th year. It actually started in '99 when most of the houses on the street were built. We went around that Christmas and we found very few houses lit up in Sun City. So we decided, why not get the neighborhood together and see if we could light the street up, and we did.
Well, I came here in 2008. I've been lighting it ever since, and it's been so nice.
here at Riverbend with Cypress Run for their holiday cheer. Now, what's going to happen tonight?
Well, Chris, first of all, thank you for coming, and I will welcome all of your crew. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful evening. This is our second holiday cheer party where we've invited all of our neighbors in the community. We have 117 roofs. Tonight, we're going to have the largest turnout ever for a holiday party. 76 people are coming. People, we've asked them to bring a potluck, so they're bringing desserts, appetizers, and hors d'oeuvres, which is a wonderful affair. And we have a band with accompanying music, which is great, the same band as we had last year, at no cost to the residents. So it's total.
That's the best part.
I know, free draws everyone. Free draws everyone, for sure. So we're so happy to kick off the holiday season with this wonderful function. It's a combination of great effort by our social committee and also our decorating committee, led by Jean Carmichael and Sandy Haley. It's just a wonderful, wonderful event, and we're so blessed that we could have so many people from our community attend.
Yeah, it takes a lot of people to put something like this together.
Yes, it does. And we've had, as I said, the 2 committee chairs, plus a number of individuals who volunteered for their time to come help and set up. And also, hats off to the Sun City Hilton Head Community Association for being able to orchestrate the setup with the tables and everything else. So good job by all. Judy Conningham.
Well, let's go have some fun.
Okay, we will. Thank you for coming. And don't forget to mingle with the rest of the guests. Happy holidays to everyone.
Each year, our residents generously donate to the Toys for Tots campaign. The Town Square Upbeats place the donation boxes around Sun City, and at the December dance, the donations are displayed and picked up for distribution.
Now, Ed, you've been doing this for 10 years, and it's been going for 11, right?
Right, this is number 11.
Pickney Hall's been transformed into Santa's workshop. Have you done anything different? And if not, what are you doing?
Spend the day here trying to get this ready. We've had about 20 people working here since this morning.
Well, let's see who's here.
Efforts from you guys like this that make it special for every child that's out there that doesn't have the same opportunities that we have. But so we just again want to thank you all and let you guys know that we really do genuinely appreciate everything that you do for the foundation and the program itself in a whole. Again, we could not do this without you.
If you look around Sun City, you can see 'tis the season. I'm Georgia Lash.
And I'm Joanne Hines, and we're here at the Sun City Holiday Social and Tree Lighting.
Joanne, let's get the sleigh on the way and check out the holiday happenings.
All right, let's get a countdown. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're giving 2020 one more chance during this holiday season. And in this edition of In Our Neighborhoods, we've come to the right place to capture a happy ending for this year. Let's meet a Sun City couple who make us want to believe that this can happen. Sharon, I'm going to start with, wow.
Thank you.
What motivates you to go all in during the holidays?
We both love the season of Christmas. We always have, and it just fills everybody with happiness when we do it. We have so many friends we have over, and we say, come and see the decorations. And we enjoy just sitting here at night with all the lights on, watching Christmas movies, and it's just the feeling of happiness. We have both been decorating ourselves for, since we were little. But together, probably for this bunch, for about 30 years now. It was the first year that we were in our townhouse, and we had so much space to fill up that we said, okay, let's go for it. And we just filled up everything, every space we could find. And we regretted that we had to leave so much at home when we moved down to South Carolina, but we managed to find things to fill out. Now we can. It's not that we said we have to fill the space. We now have space that we can decorate and really make it happy. And it was funny. Right around Christmas time, we stopped at my parents' house and said, okay, we're going to look for some Christmas decorations. My mom said, oh, I just saw an ad in the paper. Little did she know what she was going to start that day, because we came home with 10 trees of different sizes.
10.
10.
Starting point, 10.
10. I mean, at times back in Illinois, we had over 20 trees up.
Well, this is beautifully curated.
Thank you.
With all of the things you've collected. So it seems to have so much meaning. What are some of your oldest decorations?
Well, in the 70s, I made a ceramic tree for my mother. So when she was getting older, she said she can't deal with it anymore. So I inherited that. I have an ornament I made in 2nd grade. So that's kind of neat to have that on the tree. We do have candy dishes in ceramics that I made. Probably some of the oldest stuff that Ron and I have, because most of the trees have now gone. But we have some of the animated figures. We have a Santa over there that used to be animated. He's no longer animated, but I think he was our first one, and I can't part with him. So even though he's not animated, he still stays in. And that was kind of like a gift to each other. Every year we would go out right after Thanksgiving and buy a new animated figure. You can't find the animated figures anymore like they used to make, but so we still have some of them that we cherish.
So do you continue to add to your collection each year?
Unfortunately, we do. The Nutcracker that's right next to us, we saw that last year, and we said, no, we had just bought another Nutcracker, we'll wait. And as soon as we saw that again this year, it came home in our car. It was not easy to get it home, the two of us, and get it out of the car, but we said, okay, this is coming to the collection.
A small little addition.
Small little addition. I have no idea where it's going to get stored, but it's going to be stored someplace, you know.
Speaking of that question, I have to believe that some of our listeners, like me right now, I'm wondering, where do you keep everything? And then part 2, how long does it take you to do this?
Now that I'm retired, I'll answer the last part. It doesn't really take that long to do because I can devote the entire day to it. So it takes a couple weeks. But what we do when we put the stuff away, we box all the ornaments by tree. So I'm not trying to remember what ornament goes on what tree. We have the model we have, we don't have a loft. And so they had a huge closet that actually is filled floor to ceiling. All the cube is used. Ron has taught me how to use all the cubes for that. Above the garage, the attic above the garage is completely filled with Christmas. That's all. And we have shelving along the back of the garage that is completely filled with Christmas. And we know how to use the cubes.
The word believe recurs in so much of your decorating
Yeah, it does.
here.
Yeah.
Why that focus?
Well, when we first got our first couple believes, it was believe in the whole magic of Christmas. But we just kept adding the believes, and right now we just tried to keep believe throughout the entire year. You know, believe in the goodness of people, believe in the magic that your friends can give you and your family, that we can believe in each other and stop all the animosity and just goodwill to everybody. That's kind of important right now. I think everybody is so stressed out because of between isolation, being quarantined, not being able to do everything we wanted to do. We're somewhat disappointed because we used to love to have open houses and invite everybody to come in and enjoy it. It doesn't make any sense, even though we enjoy it ourselves, not to share it with people. And this year's going to be different.
And I have to believe I am not the first person to make a Clark Griswold comparison. How do you feel about that?
I've been known as part of the Griswold family from the time back when I was a kid. You know, I was always crazy about Christmas, and when Sharon and I decided to put our lives together, again, we slowly built up. We went from a condo to a townhouse, and we filled that up. And everybody knew us. I mean, it's way more than this even. You know, so everyone called us the Griswolds. We even have a couple signs, Griswolds live here. And when my son came to visit last year for Christmas, Dad, I got to have the Griswold sign. So he's Clark number 2 in his neighborhood, but he doesn't have a place big enough.
DNA.
It's the DNA.
Through.
It's the DNA.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the DNA.
Okay, now I want you to tell all those husbands out there, what is your role in creating all of this?
When we first put it together, Sharon was working full time, and I've been disabled ever since she met me. Not that she caused it, but certainly was a contributing factor. But I was a retired one. I had the time. I wasn't quite as physically challenged as I am now, but disabled nevertheless. But I had the time to go out and shop and study. And I don't know how many guys can do this, but you have to have the inner chutzpah, which I think might even be a little Hanukkah thing. You know,
that's multicultural.
We put up a little Hanukkah table as well. But to make a long story short, is you got to have a lot of patience and desire. For me, it came naturally. I was the start of all this to grow with her direction, and for about 28 years, I was basically the one that put things together. You know, again with consideration for both of us. But then when she retired 2 years ago, 2018, our roles have flipped. I become a little bit more physically challenged, so I basically guide with the lighting, and I would say that I'm probably more creative on the creative craziness. Cher was an accountant and a financial expert, so she was more into numbers. Not that that's a bad thing, but for me, I've always been a dreamer. So men, I guess the key is try to dream a little bit, and everything will fall into place.
Ties in with what I wanted to ask you. You know, this is beautiful. This is this is wonderful. What is the tradition, though, of creating this? What does it really mean to you?
This is a season. We don't do a lot of different things. We have love for a couple of things, like we had love for boating. We had 3 seasons in our home. We had Christmas, and then we had a little vacation season over the winter, and then the boat came out, and then we had boating all summer. This is a season where we throw our cares away. You know, it takes romance and kicks it into a whole nother level. For me, it's tinglies. It's it's galvanic skin response with a little jingle all the time. And I don't know. I guess there must be a lot of angels getting their wings. You know, so.
That's a lot that this tradition brings you, and it's bringing to everyone.
Oh, it does.
That's great.
It's just I couldn't be more filled with joy during Christmas.
Now, I feel kind of selfish asking this question because look at all you've done. But
Yeah.
I understand that you also have carried on some other traditions that really amp up this whole holiday spirit.
We carry on our customs from Poland and other places. Not only do we have the ornaments, we have a little bit of a dress. Every year, it's a tradition. Everyone knows the Dankos have the last Christmas party.
I understand that also you don't just deck the halls, you also deck out your family.
Yes. A little tearjerker story. My ex-wife would not allow me to see my children for a long, long time, telling them that I didn't want to see them, and they thought I didn't want to see them, and I was told they didn't want to see me. Turns out everything was wrong. 3 years ago, I united with my son, and he came down here, so it was the first time I saw him in 30 years. And he came down here with his family, and we started a tradition. This is our very first Christmas as a family together. They came down, and every year after that, that was the second. Oh, I keep pointing at my wife over there, but we have another sweatshirt. So I designed some artwork every year, and this year, I mean, this was
This
just
is your design.
This was my design. All the fronts are basically my design. This year, our theme for Christmas is red pick-em-up trucks. Up north, we don't have red pick-em-up trucks, and we never even thought of pickup truck, a red pickup truck for Christmas. Well, if you look around, we have adopted it, and that's new for this year. You know, besides the Nutcracker, but we have a lot of red pickup truck kind of things. So, and that's going to be on a green sweatshirt this year. And we've decided that we're going to keep the back the same way. So up here somewhere, it's going to say 3rd Annual Danko Family Christmas in Dixie Low Country Style.
Oh, Low Country Style.
Yeah, that Sharon's one. I didn't realize Low Country was Low Country. We were only here for about 3 or 4 months when I made this one up. But
What's a parting message for this holiday season?
oh my God, embrace the goodness, embrace the love. Believe in yourself. Believe that there is love out there, and eliminate the Grinch. This is the big one. If you're a Santa, feed Santa. But if you're a Grinch, still feed Santa and get rid of the Grinch. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you to the Dankos for helping us believe in the seasonal spirit. Now, take a moment, lose those other thoughts, and enjoy some Danko Christmas magic. Peace, light, and love to you in our neighborhoods.
To say 2020 was quite the year would be an understatement. We will look ahead to 2021 with faith and hope, to make it one of recovery and happiness. As neighborhoods start to plan events, please remember to include Sun City TV to capture the joy of seeing your neighbors again, the smiling faces, the handshakes, the hugs. Boy, I miss hugs. We love filming your events as much as you like planning them. We get to meet new people, see new neighborhoods, and maybe, just maybe, start a new friendship. We at In Our Neighborhoods thank you for your continued support and wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and especially a safe and healthy Happy New Year. Thank you for watching this episode of ION. We want to know what is happening in your neighborhood. All you need to do is email us at sctvhh@gmail.com at least 2 weeks in advance of your event, so we can give you the coverage you deserve. And stay tuned to SCTV for more episodes of In Our Neighborhoods.